All right, we're back and ready for another set of photos to edit. We've done 5 in videos before. Let's try 10. Let's see if we can knock out 10 in a single video without taking way too long. But I am going to pause the video while Photoshop takes the time to open up these 10 photos. Okay, we've got these to edit here, these 10, and pretty much the same process we've done so far. So we can move right through these as quickly as possible here. Oh, not on the heel. I'm going to use that layer. That's fine, but just clean that up. Probably the biggest thing here is going to be that shadow that I'm removing. So let's get on that. And basically the same thing I've done before. Nothing new here, really. I just bring it down a lot. Group, mask, hide, and then just paint in where the shadow was. The reason for doing this, for painting this in here, I mean, I could have just left it with the whole thing. But as I said before, I like to leave stuff as unedited as possible and get stuff in the shot. But for things like this, removing the shadow, obviously I'm going to do that. But, anything else around it, just try to keep it as original as possible. There we go. Save that. And on to the next one. This one here, a little bit different, but let's switch to our spot tool just to do some quick cleanup with the bruise. And move some of that hair from her face to the wind. Go. It's going to be, so these shots are not close-up shots. They're not intended to be close-up shots, so you're not really going to see a lot of that hair detail, but I just like to clean it up. I mean, realistically, for these shots in particular, we know that they're going to be further away. The whole point is to get some of the desert in there, but again, you never know when it's going to be used for, print or something like that. So clean that stuff up. Oh, accidentally hit the mic. And move on to the next one. Just clean these up real fast. Just to remove some of those distractions. And then oops. Didn't mean to fill that. I was doing a Control Plus to zoom in, and on Windows, of course, on Mac it's Command Plus, but on my Windows keyboard that was awfully close to the backspace, so I hit Control Backspace and filled with the background color there. Go, just clean up a little bit of that hair, and the next one. So moving right along, you can see the process here for a shoot like this that I like to do is, as I've said numerous times, I'll say it again, try to keep things as in camera as possible, because this is not for a composite, for a surreal look. I mean, I've definitely done shoots like that, and the editing process is very different. But for something like this, the point is to be as in the camera as possible. So I'm just cleaning up little bits of distraction, little things that are still time consuming, but that's why it's more monotonous, right? Some of the little things here and there. Looks like this one here, there's a little bit of a hair. And realistically, you're probably never going to see that. But let's clean that up a little bit. It's a little too much. You can see it messes up there. We'll be okay with this little bit here. And then just have a, there we go. Save that. And the next one, this one here, mostly this bruise. And some of this cleanup here. And since her face is already covered by the robe, I'm not really going to see if any hair is there or anything. So pretty simple. Love it when there's not as much to edit. That's great. There's always plenty of things that can be done on the other ones. So the ones that don't need as much, you know, that's a good thing. There we go. Save that. On to the next one. This here. We're just cleaning up. Here's there. There's any little bits of hair, that's fine. Okay. Simple and straightforward for that one. So you can see how I took a lot of high speed shots because a lot of the, as I mentioned before, you know, I knew that going into it that there's going to be a lot of wind, and you know, anytime you're doing an outdoor shoot, there's always going to be some unpredictable things. This one here, she is a little bit out of focus on that, but that's okay. It's kind of part of the point of it. She's walking off into the distance, but that means that we don't have as much cleanup there to do. Go. A little bit of distraction there. Get rid of. And then this one. A little bit to clean up here, not bad. And then clean up the bruise there. A little bit of the hair. And I think we're good. All right. Very good. So we're really starting to crank through a lot of these. We got 10 of them edited in the time that it would normally take to do 5. as we're cranking through, a lot of repetition, but we're getting a lot of this stuff done. So these are going to save. It's going to take a little while. You can see these are all going through the process of saving. So it'll take a little while to go through that save process. I will go ahead and open up the next 10 pictures once these are done saving, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll just continue cranking through these photos.